Hey everybody, welcome back to BigRedEDC. Well, we're going to be taking a look at a steel wheel. Finally, I guess I could say, haven't had a steel wheel on the channel in quite a while. And to be perfectly honest with you, steel wheel kind of faded off into the distance for a couple of years. I know when we went to Blade Show West 2018, they had a pretty big booth and stuff there. And then in 2019, they weren't there. Now, there were other booths that didn't come back in 2019, but and then boom, they're gone. I mean, they haven't released anything new in quite a while. Well, this one is the Spica. That's how I'm going to say it. Spica, Spica. And it's really interesting. I'm really a little different than what we've seen before in like the cut jack, your D2, your G10. I mean, I have the cut jack, I have the Intrigue, both knives that I really, really like, especially the cut jack. I really like the cut jack. Nice little knife. But this is the Spica, and it's kind of a change in what they were doing. This one is all aluminum. It's red aluminum, by the way. Look at that. It's nice. Sorry. The aluminum just got me. Red and black, you guys know I'm digging that. Now, you do have a reversible. Well, it's not a reversible. It's actually, they give you a separate pocket clip. So you have right or left-handed pocket clips, which is cool. Now, recessed pocket clip screws, very good. Deep carry clip. Got some black standoffs there, very nice. You know I'm digging that red aluminum. I mean, come on. I just am. Hardware seems to be recessed pretty well. Now, I'll kind of give you a look. Now, it looks like that aluminum has some texturing, which it does. It's very, very light, and we'll talk about that here in a little bit. But it's really, really light texturing on there. As you can see, it is a flipper. You got a pretty decent flipper tab. You're above, so you're going to get good leverage. The detent is good, but I believe that has to do with the leverage you get on the flipper tab. It's good, but as you can see, it's not really strong sucking it in. See, it's kind of light going in, but you've got that leverage that it opens every time. Now, I'll be perfectly honest with you guys. This one is not getting the same attention as most of my other reviews do. The reason being timing. It's coming in right before I leave for Blade Show West. It's a not Blade Show West, SHOT Show, excuse me, SHOT Show. And it's a pass-around knife, so, typically we have, you're allowed to have pass-around knives for a week just to keep them moving. Well, this one I'm only going to have for a couple of days. I had it with me today, so I could at least check it out, carry it, use it a little bit. So that's why I kind of called this a first look, kind of like first impressions, because it's not getting the normal attention that my normal reviews do. It's just timing. It's the way it is. I'm not going to hang on to it. I'm going to pass it along, but nice. I like that kind of black washed finish. Now, this is 154 cm on this one. F44 is your model number. I like the blade shape on it. Really like the way it looks. You've got a nice swedge there. Got a decent belly on it. Now, the sharpening, as you can see, your choil is back behind the plunge by a good bit, but there's no smile, maybe a hint of one, but it looks pretty good. Now, the action, it is running on ceramic bearings, so it's getting a drop for sure. But it looks fantastic. I love the overall profile and look of the knife. It's a little bit bigger. We'll just do our normal specs, and I'll kind of give you my first thoughts on it. All right. So let's zoom back out a little bit. All right. what do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8.5? Really? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 8.5. So a decent sized knife. Your handle is pretty much all of about 5 inches. And then 3.5 on your blade. And actually you get slightly more than a 3.5 inch cutting edge on it. Just because of the way, if you can see that there. Zoom in a little bit for you. See how your cutting edge kind of comes back towards the handle a little bit more. So you get a decent cutting edge on it. Grip length, you're looking at, from point to point, I'm giving it about 3.5, which is kind of small for a 5-inch handle. But as you can see, you're losing a lot through here as far as length, and then probably a little bit. I mean, you could go back off of that, and it's not too uncomfortable, but just kind of, you're losing quite a bit. Or your grip length doesn't really match the handle length just because of the shape of the handle, I guess. Now, there's your PM2. Definitely a longer knife than the PM2. And if that's the case, well, then here's your bug out. It's definitely going to be longer than the bug out. Yes, it is. So, let's get a weight on it. Like I said, it's full aluminum. So we'll see how that affects the weight. So 4 ounces. We're a little bit over. What do we have there for grams? 111. Okay. I like the deep carry clip on it. Oh, we got a different hank this time. Cool. Ooh, pretty. Woo. Ooh, see, you got something we're going to talk about there. But it definitely disappears in the pocket. I really like that clip. Pretty good retention. Pretty smooth in and out of pocket. Not too bad overall. So, what are my impressions? First impressions, not using it a lot, but using it a little bit. Well, you saw when I was going in there, it slipped through my hand. Even with that micro texturing, the aluminum's pretty slick. It really is. It's a slick knife. So, I'm a little bit bummed about that. I mean, it is a metal handle. I get it. But yeah, see, my thumb pretty much just slides right up on it. That micro texturing doesn't do a whole lot for your grip. Now, ergonomically, it feels really good in hand. That might be an issue for some people. I can feel it a little bit. Like I said, I haven't used it my full, what I would use it normally before I do a review. I didn't have any issues with it, but I could see where somebody might, just because of where it hits them in the hand. But overall, you got a nice ramp. You got some jimping there on the blade. Ergonomically, it does feel really good, other than that one little spot, like I said. Feels really good in hand. I like the blade. I like the black wash. And most of all, I'm just really, really happy to see a knife from Steel Will, to be perfectly honest with you. Now, we've got another couple going around the pass around group, I believe. So hopefully I will be able to get them in as well and check them out. But overall, tell me what you think. Now, these are not available right now. These are not available at the moment. You can check them out on the Steel Will site. And I'll leave that link down in the comments for you. Or down in the description for you. On there, they're selling for $144. That's MSRP. They're not going to be that much at your retailers. I'm going to say in that $110 to $120 range probably at your retailers. So that's kind of what I'm expecting to see. And I haven't really, I haven't had a whole lot of time with the knife. I'll have to look and see if I can find a release date and maybe put that in a remark down, but I have not seen one as of yet. So I'm not 100% sure when they're going to be released. But if you're interested, at least you can check it out on the Steel Wheel website. So I really appreciate you guys checking it out with me. As I said, I'm really, really glad to be able to have another Steel Wheel on the channel because I've liked their knives for a while. But it looks like they might be up in their game a little bit. And with the competition out there, I'm not surprised that they need to. And maybe that's what that break was about. Reinventing themselves. Redefining what Steel Wheel is doing. Who knows? Very well could have been. But appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much. As always, like, subscribe, leave me that comment. You know I love talking to you. Until next time. I'll talk to you later, guys. Bye-bye.